MotorWeek is made possible by TireRack.com, Hum by Verizon, RockAuto.com, State Farm, Autotempest.com, and WeatherTech.
We suspect that among the reasons that station wagons don't sell that well in the U.S. is because they are usually so boring. Now, we know that Volvo, BMW, and others have made attempts to counter that in the past. And now there's another marque trying to change that perception. It's Jaguar with their anything but boring XF Sportbrake. It's crossover-like utility in a gorgeous package. Now let's see how it performs. To find out how we arrived at this 2018 Jaguar XF Sportbrake, we have to go back to the mid-20th century. At that time, station wagons were the family vehicle of choice. But in the 1980s, wagons gave way to minivans, which gave way to SUVs in the 1990s, followed by crossovers in this century. While all of this was happening here in the U.S., European families were making do with wagons and hatchbacks the whole time. But the Jaguar XF Sportbrake is much more than just make do. Jaguar thinks there are now enough high rollers here who want the space of a four-season crossover without the utility baggage, as it were. So accordingly, it comes in S-trim only, which means a supercharged V6 engine with all-wheel drive, sport body kit, self-leveling air suspension, and 20-inch wheels. They're all standard. No penny pinchers need apply. Most measurements are the same as the XF sedan, but Jag has done fairly extensive work, taking weight out where it can to minimize any gains from the full-length roof, complete with standard roof rails and a large glass panel. The storage area is, of course, different, 31.7 cubic feet, over 50% larger than the sedan's trunk space, and just a couple of cubic feet shy of their F-Pace midsize crossover. Max cargo with seats folded is 69.7 cubic feet. Much like the sedan, the Sportbrake could use a nicer interior. Things appear fairly plain for a luxury car, and while we've finally gotten Jag's Touch Pro multimedia system mostly figured out, it's far from our favorite system. By now, we're very familiar with the 3-liter supercharged V6 that powers the Sportbrake, and it feels like a monster as always. Whipping up the same 380 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque here as it does in the F-Pace. It's a great engine indeed, working in conjunction with a ZF 8-speed automatic. Both brought the goods home at our test track, as there was a strong launch with great traction off the line. We had 60 in 5.3 seconds. Power builds quickly and steadily as the RPMs climb, but it seems to save a little bit extra for when you get to the upper registers. Shifts are firm and direct without being jarring. The quarter mile was completed in 13.8 seconds at 100 miles per hour. When it comes to handling, the Sportbrake is solid, capable, and willing the way that few crossovers can be. It's not that it's a lightweight, coming in right around 2 tons, but it sure doesn't feel that heavy, weaving in and out of the cones with very minor understeer. It's just a pleasurable experience that's more akin to a sports sedan, with a low center of gravity, all-wheel drive grip, and great responsiveness to your inputs. We even had a chance to drive our Sportbrake through some substantial winter weather, and found it ridiculously good in snow as we were driving near posted speed limits on snow-covered roads without any issues. Government fuel economy ratings are 18 city, 25 highway, and 21 combined, so we were quite pleased with the 24 miles per gallon average on premium, just slightly below average for the energy impact score at 15.7 barrels of oil burned and 7.1 tons of CO2 emitted annually. Base pricing of $71,445 firmly puts it into the premium category versus the mainstream family utility. And while Jaguar doesn't exactly sell a whole lot of XF sedans, a wagon version is not likely to set any sales records either. However, a highly satisfying, right-sized, premium cargo hauling piece of luxury that helps you remember the joy of driving and truly feels like something special, well, now they might have something there. And that something is the 2018 Jaguar XF Sportbrake.